Canadian artist Sascha Browning's lived in the U.S. for many years. Right now, Oakville Galleries is proudly home to her first solo exhibition in Canada.
So it's really exciting to sort of give her a homecoming of sorts. The exhibition was made during the couple of years of the pandemic. So when people went into lockdown, Sascha spent her time really concentrating, making this new body of work for us for this exhibition.
The exhibit Lay Figure will be on display until the end of the year.
A lay figure is that little wooden jointed doll that you often see in art shops that painters have used for centuries to learn the tools of their trade. But Sascha gives it a really interesting twist here, because you get the sense that rather than it being a kind of passive object, it's kind of coming into a life of its own and maybe squirming to free itself.
The solo exhibition has been divided between the two galleries. Gerlach Gardens displays her smaller and preliminary works, while Centennial Square has all the larger final pieces.
Yeah, there are some really beautiful details you'll see in the work that express that feeling of tension. There's a work called Clutches, for example, where you can see it kind of looks like a ballerina standing on tiptoe on sort of the serrated bone edge or barbed wire. I think it's just a really interesting kind of psychological landscape that Sascha conjures in her work, a kind of a tension. You'll often get these two figures sort of struggling with each other. You're not quite sure. There's a power play, but you're not quite sure who's winning. And I think it gives the work a really interesting psychological dynamic.
Also on display at Gerlach Gardens are some of the maquettes Braunig makes for her paintings.
So they haven't been exhibited before. She makes them in her studio, and they're really fascinating. They look very theatrical, definitely worth coming to have a look.
Reporting for Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.